Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Conovan, and I think today I'm going to talk about Onision, seeing as my last video on him actually did surprisingly well. Now, our onion boy has been in the news recently, and I'm sure you're wondering why. I know for a fact you've been thinking about it, day in, day out. You're probably wondering, did he steal a cake from a birthday boy? No, he didn't do that. Did he reveal himself to be a Bond supervillain, hell-bent on world destruction? No, not yet. Did Onision accidentally let his 2-year-old daughter fall out of a 2-story window, nearly killing her? Yes, actually, he did do that. But for whatever reason, nobody's talking about that. But this video is on Onision's lawsuit against Repzion, the YouTuber, and Chris motherfucking Hansen. Previously on this YouTube channel. Chris motherfucking Hansen. Chris Hansen, the guy who gives away free furniture.
Why don't you have a seat?
Is literally investigating Onision for, all of the obvious reasons. Well, Chris Hansen doesn't have any more furniture to sell, but he's still looking into our little onion boy. Onision, as soon as anybody calls him out on all the fucked up things he's done, he immediately tries to attack back. Always in the cringiest way possible. So Onision tried to fucking sue them, both Chris Hansen and Repzion. It's technically not a lawsuit. They've been summoned to the court because Onision has alleged that they cyberstalked them. But admittedly, that doesn't look as good on a YouTube title, so, I gotta play the game, So I'll start with Repzion before I move on to Chris Hansen's side. And, obviously, this was a stupid decision on Onision's part. Repzion has done absolutely nothing wrong. He's just sharing publicly available information on a public individual. That's it. That's all he's ever done. Obviously, it's just gonna get thrown out of court instantly. And seeing as Onision is obviously gonna be back in court in a few months, this is really a bad decision on his part. This is kind of unrelated, but I'd actually be really interested to know what exactly Onision gets arrested for first. Like, the most obvious answer would be all the grooming he's done, but I reckon it's gonna be the time he destroyed a wet forest, because out of all the things he's done, that's the most random, and I think it's why he's gonna go to jail for it. Alright, here's a photo of them in the court. On the left you can see Repzion looking absolutely radiant. Repzion is, as you know, a fantastic, handsome man. He's the salt of the earth. I mean, just look at this dude's eyes. They're a beautiful blue. just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Next to him is Repzion's defense lawyer. He's kind of normal looking dude. There's really not much to say about him. And then to his right is Onision. Look at this dude. Look at what he's wearing. He actually woke up, got out of bed, looked into the mirror, and saw his unkempt, tangled hair and thought to himself, you know what, Greg? You look perfect. This is exactly how you want to look in front of a judge. Obviously he decides not to wash it, not to comb it, but instead he chooses the smallest possible suit he can wear. And look, it isn't even ironed out. Why did he think this was an appropriate thing to wear to court? Like, nobody's gonna take you seriously if you're wearing something like that. Do you really think this guy is gonna look down, see your Adidas sneakers inside with you? How fucking narcissistic do you have to be to think this is a good look? And as a few people mentioned, this is actually the suit that he wore for a Death Note cosplay. He literally just chose the first suit from his closet. And if you look at them side by side, it's very obvious that it's shrunk by quite a few inches. Like, I know that I'm ranting on about it and it's not really important, but you gotta admit, it is fucking weird clothing to wear to court. According to Repzion, he was wearing a fucking bulletproof vest underneath. Why? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Did he actually think that Repzion, who, as I mentioned, is a truly wonderful person, was gonna gun him down in the middle of court? Like, really? Can you imagine that happening? I don't. And the thing about this hearing is that Onision, the guy who set it up in the first place, was the guy who dismissed it. Why? What is the point of buying a lawyer, having Repzion served, and bringing everybody to court just to cancel it? Like, he wouldn't have won or anything, but why do it in the first place? Onision really is just such a special boy. He obviously thinks that the entire world is his to play around with. And the last few years are just him realizing that no, that's really not the case. Now he also accused Chris Hansen, the guy who catches groomers, to be cyberstalking him. Isn't it interesting that he happens to have caught the attention of a guy who hunts groomers as his day job? I couldn't possibly understand why. But in any case, Onision signs an order against Chris Hansen, being the fucking dumb fuck that he is. He accidentally serves the wrong Chris Hansen. Alright, so this is the dismissal that Chris Hansen wrote. I, Chris Hansen, request a motion to dismiss the complaint from the plaintiff due to improper service. I am not Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator. Onision, like, how the fuck do you fuck it up so badly? Like, Chris and Hansen are both very common names. All you have to do is Google them to find out that his name is Christopher Edward Hansen. That's not that hard. You know, Onion is just gonna do what Onion does. I made a video actually a few weeks ago surmising many of Onision's exploits. Assuming that I know how to use YouTube, which I don't think I do, you should see it pop up in the top right corner. So if you want to watch it, you know, that'd be super great. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'd love to know your feedback if you've got any, and if you want to like and subscribe, you know, obviously that'd mean a lot. But yeah, my name is Conovan, and cheers.